Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. I'm all over the place. My necklace is stuck in my hair. So I want to talk to you guys about disappointment. I want to have an honest conversation about disappointment from my perspective. Disappointment is one of the hardest emotions for me to deal with for a few reasons. One, I do have a certain level of expectation. And I know that if expectation is my crime, disappointment will be my punishment. I know this. I have known it for years. Don't expect things from people because you will end up disappointed. But it doesn't mean that I never experience disappointment, because I do. And to me, disappointment is sort of a box. And inside the disappointment box is anger, sadness, pity, frustration, right? So any of those emotions alone, I can deal with much better. But disappointment for me is like the parent emotion of all of those sub-emotions. And so when I feel disappointment, I'm dealing with anger, sadness, frustration, all of that, which is harder for me. Here are a couple of points I want to make about this, just based on some conversations I've had, even with you guys in comments. When somebody is feeling genuine disappointment, telling them to just be thankful for what they already have or just move on is essentially saying, I dismiss how you feel. We don't mean to dismiss people's feelings. We try to be supportive in that way. We want to say, we love you and we see better things for you. So we need you to see the better things too. But at the same time, if Charlie doesn't get her way, she will arch her body, fall down onto the floor, throw a full-on temper tantrum, scream and cry, and I let her do it because I think it's healthy for her to get it out. I would rather Charlie get down on the floor and have a full-on temper tantrum for 10 minutes and then be ready to move on, than me try to coerce her into believing that what she's feeling isn't real, that there's no validation in her disappointment. And then she's like off all day, grumpy, nothing's right, no food tastes right, she doesn't want to go anywhere, nothing I do is right. Have the tantrum. As adults, we don't allow ourselves to feel anything. Anytime we have a feeling that's negative at all, everybody's trying to push us right past it. No time to grieve, no time to mourn, no time to do anything. I remember when my father died in high school. He died on Halloween, which was a weekend, and I think I was back at school in 2 days. It was like the expectation that I would come back and get back into play practice and get ready to do a show and get back into class. Like, it'll be good for you. Just go back, go back, go back. It's like we never allow ourselves to feel anything, to really like process or go through something. My name is Jaime and I am disappointed. I am dealing right now with disappointment and I am going to figure out a healthy way to work through it without letting anybody make me feel like I am not thankful for everything in my life if I feel disappointment about something that mattered to me, because that is infuriating. When I lost a baby and everyone kept saying to me, but you have Olivia and Max, be so thankful for them. It was so infuriating to me that the implication, because I was sad that I lost one, that somehow I was not thankful for the two I had, was enough to make me want to, seriously. It is okay as an adult to feel sadness, to feel loss, to feel disappointment or anger, and allow yourself time to go through that. But here is the trick. Know your heart, inside and out. Do not allow anger, hurt, disappointment, any of those things to change who you are. I am angry. I am disappointed. But I will not become the person who gets on social media and bashes people. I will not become the person who goes above people's heads, or I won't allow it to change me. That is the key. I am allowed to be disappointed. You are allowed to be disappointed. Don't allow it to compromise who you are. That is where we go wrong. If you've been hurt, don't hurt back. If you feel disappointed, don't tell everybody who will listen. Don't bash the person who disappointed you if that's not who you want to be. But it is okay to acknowledge that you've been hurt and you feel disappointed. There is a difference. I want to just take a second to validate how you are feeling. I want you to know that you are not alone. You are not crazy. You are allowed time to mourn, to feel sad, to be angry, to be frustrated, to feel disappointed in situations and people that you invested, harvested, and believed in, because you are human and we are emotional and we are invested. And when people let us down, our growth comes from those experiences. We have to go through them, push through them, keep moving, even when we don't want to. Because it's only when we come out the other side of it, we can look back and go, well, that sucked. But I held true to who I was. I didn't turn into some raging lunatic. And I may have learned something through the process. In life, in relationships, in friendships, in business, we will all experience disappointment. I am no different. On Friday, I experienced profound professional disappointment. Something that I had been working on for 3 months, something I poured my heart and soul into, something that mattered to me and I know mattered to you, that I wanted so badly to deliver, fell through. I cried. I was angry. I yelled and screamed and cried to myself in my office by myself. I am still disappointed. I am going to allow myself to feel this way until I don't feel it anymore. I'll be careful not to allow it to turn into self-pity, but I am disappointed. I'm going to talk about the situation on my podcast today, when I tape my podcast today. I'm going to have a very special guest on, and we're going to talk about disappointment and what happened. Because it's real. Anyway, I love you today. Have a great day.